Hello, I'm Graham Horton and welcome to today's video. I have another flash gun review for you today, and it's from a company called Zenico. Now, Zenico are a subsidiary of Godox, who are a very well known photographic manufacturer and retailer. So this one is a subsidiary of theirs. It's the Zenico and it's the model RF12M. If you unbox this product, you can see the nice little shiny box they give you. It's compact and portable, natural round beam, which is unusual for this type of flash gun. Supports optical triggering modes S1 and S2, and it's got a complete bounce and swivel. Now, this is a manual only gun, and if you unbox it, the components you get are the flash gun, USB-A to USB-C charging lead, a DOM diffuser, and a user manual. So that's the component parts of this flash unit. Let's have a closer look at the flash gun itself. First of all, a full disclosure, this product was supplied to me by Godox to review for you, but if you've seen any of my reviews, you know that I don't take scripts. What you hear in this video are my own thoughts and words, and if there are any issues with these products, you get to see them in this video. They're not concealed by anime. So let's get on, have a closer look at this flash unit. You can see the size of it, it just fits in the palm of my hand, and unusually it has a round flash head. Traditionally, flashes would be a sort of 3:2 aspect ratio, but this is a complete circle around. Now, the lens itself is a flash tube, a Xenon flash tube, paired with a combination of two Fresnel lenses and a diffusion lens to give a nice circular beam of light without any hot spots in the center, and a very, very gentle fall off to the outside, so it makes it ideal for portraiture. The unusual features about this size of gun is the fact that it will tilt up completely through 90 degrees, and also we've got a swivel aspect. We can go 0 degrees and then 270 degrees of the sweep of the flash gun, so fully adjustable. The head has a, just see it there on the right hand side, scale to show you which angle you're at, so 90 degrees there, 75, 60, 45, and then horizontal. On the front of the flash unit, you'll see this red window. That is to allow infrared light coming from another flash unit to trigger the sensors in there for S1 optical triggering or S2 optical triggering. It's a manual only gun, so we only have one single electrode plus the return path from the springs on the side, so just one center electrode. On the back of the unit we have the 4 buttons. This one on the left hand side controls power on and off, so turn off by just pressing it, turn it on just by pressing it for 2 seconds. On the top here you can see a series of LEDs. At the moment got one illuminated, which means we're at the lowest power, which is 1/64. But if I wanted to increase the power, then I use the plus key, and then I can use the key to increase up to full power, which would be 1/1, or I can reduce the power. If I wanted to check the battery status, then you press and hold the plus key, and you can see we're fully charged. All 6 LEDs are flashing. If the internal flash battery goes below 20%, you'll see all these LEDs light up and flash in red. The power on off button also acts as a test button, so you can test the flash, and the button on the right hand side selects between standard mode, which is by default, or if you press it once you'll get an orange light appear, and that is S1 mode. Press it again, you'll get a blue light appear, and that is S2 mode, so it will trigger after the second pulse of light. Additionally, to soften the light, you'll get this globe, which is a nice soft diffuser. There is a lip here and a lip at the bottom To install the diffuser dome, you just install it with that little tab there in the top groove, and then just press it into the bottom, and you've got a nice soft diffuser. To remove it, you just need to squeeze the sides and it will pop off. So on a full charge, it's estimated that this will give you 500 flashes. So if we increase that up to full power and use the test button, you can see the recycle time when that comes back green. So it's about 2.5 seconds. And you're expected to get 500 full charges from the internal 7.4 volt 350 milliamp hour lithium battery. So no need for AA or AAA batteries, inbuilt lithium ion battery. A full charge will take about 70 minutes from fully depleted. So being a single contact universal flash gun, it will fire on most cameras that do have a central electrode in their hot shoe. Obviously some cameras don't have that central electrode, obviously it won't work with that, but the majority of cameras will have a central electrode, and that will pair up with this and give you a flash output. So most cameras will provide that. You can also use the optical triggering modes if you want to use this for fill flash or background flash. Obviously S1 if you're going to be using it direct, or S2 if you've got the other gun set up for TTL. So with this flash gun, it's manual only, so no high-speed sync, no TTL monitoring. It basically is a manual flash gun, so it's up to you to select the right power when you've done some chimping with the exposure. So it is a manual flash gun, but once you've got the idea of just how much flash to use, whether you're using it for bounce flash or direct flash, it becomes sort of second nature in setting the power. There's no specific guide number given for this. I could actually estimate it from an exposure in a moment, but I guess it's going to be in the order between 12 and 15, which is normal for these sort of guns. One of the other weaknesses, in my opinion, of the gun is you've got 6 discrete levels and no facility of going a third or 2/3 of a stop in between. So it's very granular. You can be one stop under or one stop over because you can't set that individual level. So in summary, the Zenico RF12M isn't designed to be a high production machine. It sacrifices some of the features for portability and price, but nevertheless it gives you some decent flash outputs I've been seen in this video. Okay, so this flash I've calculated to have a guide number of about 13. That's meters at ISO 100 using my Sekonic 478 meter. The temperature of the flash is said to be 6500 Kelvin, so it's a little bit cooler than normal daylight at 5600. So I set my flash to 6500 and shot a few pictures off just to show you the quality of light from this device. So until the next video, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye for now.